Okay, so we're continuing with the weekly shir in Dvar Malchus in Parshas Mishpatim. In the hard copy, it's page 304, left-hand column, Ois Hey, the bottom paragraph. In the PDF file, it's on page 6, also the left column, Ois Hey, the last paragraph. Ube'emek Yeser, and with greater depth, the Ve'ela Mishpatim, says the Rebbe, these are the laws. Af Elu Misinai. Also, these laws were given at Har Sinai, at the giving of the revelation of Hashem at Har Sinai. Yesh Lomar, we must say, Perushe Shegam Asiba La'achiu Vasichli, the Mishpatim Hu Misinai. We must say that also the reason to go and to justify the fact that on a intellectual basis, that the mishpatim, the laws that were recorded later in Parshas Mishpatim, were also from Sinai, also from Har Sinai. And if it wasn't the fact that they were given at Har Sinai, the person's mind would not go and incorporate these laws, like the first laws that were given at Har Sinai. And the explanation in this, that the acknowledging of something in an intellectual manner is it is as a result in the fact that in these commandments that we're talking about, the will of the Holy One, blessed be He, was ingrained. For as far as Hashem Himself is concerned, the essence of Hashem, He's above Chokhmah, He's above wisdom. Gam bechokhmasei yisbarach b'Torah. Also His wisdom as it is found in the Torah. The cave on Shataya Hui Difterais Upinkasais, they are booklets and notebooks. Shebahem Nivra Ha'olam. In other words, they are the blueprints through which the world was created. Nasu Dvarim Eile Mechuyovim Begidrei Ha'olam. These things became an entity, a must of an entity in the world and in the mundanity of the world, and therefore also in the intellectual comprehension of the human being, and including, and this goes to the extent of the minds of the nations of the world, not only of the Jews. That a person's mind leans to things that are obligated as far as his wisdom, as far as Hashem's wisdom is concerned, coming from Har Sinai. And according to this, we must say, also according to the commentary that says, ve'ele, these are the laws, they come to add to the first laws, that the additional laws that are being said here in this parsha of Mishpatim, not this week's parsha, but the Mishpatim that we're dealing with, are being added to Sinai, those laws that were given to us at Har Sinai. This is through the fact that the laws that were given at Har Sinai are also drawn into the intellectual comprehension of the human being. That this is the novelty, the contents of the novelty of the giving of the Torah, Sinai. That the decree of the protrusion between the heavenly and the mundane world was nullified. That the wisdom of the Holy One, blessed be He, Elyonim, the heavenly realms, should be drawn down and should penetrate also the intellect of the human being, tachtenim, the nether world. That also his understanding, which is tachtenim, which is mundane, as far as the understanding is concerned, leans to okay, but this is the reason that we have the understanding that leans to that which is the wisdom of Hashem. Why? Because our understanding feels and leans towards those things that come to give the legitimacy as far as Hashem's wisdom is concerned, Hashem's wisdom, which is also from Sinai, or originally from Sinai. And this concept also has to be by the nations of the world. Even by the worst and treacherous people that don't advocate anything human, like Hamas Yemachshman. What has to be? In regard to the fact that they have to go and to observe the Noachide laws. That even though the understanding of the intellect of the human being leans toward the observance of these laws, not because Hashem said so, but because we, human beings, understand so, the individual has to go and to accept them, to receive them, and to do them because Hashem commanded them in the Torah, and not according to the fact that we intellectually understand and lean towards the observance of these laws. But if an individual went and observed these laws because their intellect was drawing them to observe the laws, this individual from the nations of the world is not from the righteous people of the nations of the world that receive the world to come, Olam Haba, and he's not even amongst their wise men. In other words, these people are total fools if they're only doing it because they understand and not because Hashem has commanded. And the completion of the ultimate completion in this will be in the days of the coming of Mashiach, immediately now, with the revelation of the Rebbe Shlitah Melech HaMashiach, that the dealings of the entire world will not be other than and this includes the nations of the world, the Gentiles, other than to know Hashem only. Like it states in Yeshaya, and for the world will be filled with the knowledge of Hashem, like the waters cover the ocean bed. In other words, the Rebbe says that the understanding of Hashem, the knowledge of Hashem, Yedias Maise Merkova v'chaytzeba, the knowledge of the most secret and hidden, concealed concepts in the Torah, like Maise Merkova, the concept of the chariot, the chayetzeba, and those similar to this. Ikar Inyonei Shel Sinai, the main concept of Sinai, because everything that was revealed was already revealed, but that which was still stated in a concealed manner that was given to us in a hidden manner, this is the main part. Nimsheches v'chederes b'seichel ha'adam. Will also then, in the coming of Mashiach, will be drawn and it will penetrate the intellect of the human being. V'yesh lomar, we must say, she'inyan ze merumas gam b'siyum parsha, that this concept is also hinted to at the end of the parsha of Mishpatim. Vayiru es Elokei Yisrael v'tachas raglov, and they, the elders that gathered together with Moshe Rabbeinu, they saw the Hashem of the Jewish nation. V'sachas raglov k'maisa livnas asapir, and under his feet was like the stone of the sapphire. Gomer vayechasu es ha'elokim vayechlu v'yishtu, and they saw Hashemliness. In other words, they saw the essence of Hashem, and they ate and they drank. Shiri'iyas elokus. The Rebbe says that when a person sees Hashemliness, Sinai, which is expressed by Sinai, that's what we saw at the revelation at Har Sinai. Nimsheches v'chederes b'seichel ha'adam. It is drawn and it penetrates the intellect of the human being, and it unites with the human being just like food unites with the body. Like it says that when they saw Hashem, they ate and they drank. In other words, Hashemliness was united within their entity. That Hashemliness became the blood and the flesh of their flesh, of their bodies. Al Yedei Limud Pnimius Torah, through the learning of the inner essence of the Torah, Ba'ithin Shel Havona V'Asoga, in a manner of understanding and grasping. Yisparnasun, in other words, grasping in a manner that we'll understand, and we will be able to go into and to grasp even higher concepts from what we have understood. B'teres Chassidus Chabad, in the teachings of Chabad Chassidus, Koilel Gam Al Yedei HaTargum, also through the translation, Vayechazu, Targum Shel Re'iyah, like it states that they saw. This is the translation of the intellect into visualization. B'shivim Loshen De'umas Ha'olam, in the 70 nations of the world. Kamerumas Belivnas Asapir, like is hinted to in the stone of the sapphire. Shelivnim Shenaasim Bidei Odam Remzim Al Ha'esius Shel Shivim Loshen De'umas Ha'olam. Excuse me. Shelevenim, that bricks, like the livnas asapir, like the brick of the sapphire, bricks that are made by the human being. What do they hint to? They hint to the letters of the 70 languages of the nations of the world. Livnas asapir, the bricks of sapphire. This is what is described when the people that Moshe Rabbeinu, the 70 elders, it is described that what did they see when they saw Hashem? They saw bricks of sapphire, sapphire that shines great light. In order that it will be understood also to the children of Israel, that for the time being do not understand the holy tongue. They don't understand Lashon Kodesh. Therefore, it has to be translated to all the other languages of the 70 nations of the world. To the extent that it will be also understood by the nations of the world. For they also are obligated to negate the idolatry, and they are obligated in the belief of the creator of the world and the master of the universe, Hashem himself. This is a preparation for the bringing about of the goal. Then I shall turn to the nations in a clear language, to call all of them, all the nations of the world, in the name of Hashem, ule'ovdei Shem echad, and to serve him with one shoulder, in one, as one person, everyone together as one person. Yichi Adonenu Moreinu v'Rabbeinu HaMelech HaMoshiach Chai v'Kayom Le'elam Voed. And we'll go to the brachas as is our custom every week. Everyone is welcome to go and to bless themselves, the members of their family, their friends, their acquaintances, and the entire Jewish nation amongst the entire population of the world, L'teva, for the good. Amen.